Hi again, friends. This was my build for my game on October 22nd. Yeah, October 22nd. I was trying to time the game to coincide with the spooky time of year, Halloween. So this is the remnants of Castle Avernus in Darkon. My players have been trying to slowly get here and figure out how it was Aslan Rex was able to escape the domain of dread that the Dark Powers had imprisoned him in. A couple of them left preemptively, so some of them didn't get to experience it. Well, one of them didn't, but I had a couple of my players have been trying to move, so they're prepping a home to get ready to move out. So, like all great dungeon masters, I did not anticipate anything my players would do. So, I'll run through this and kind of explain how they avoided literally all of it. So, there's been a side plot in this adventure that since the domain of Darkon has no Dark Lord, a new Dark Lord must find a way to take the throne. Strahd wanted to be that Dark Lord. Since the domain is up for grabs, he was going to take it, as well as the leader of the Kargot here. What's her name? She didn't even get introduced. Alcio Baron Metis also wanted to find a way on the throne, and this is, gosh, I can't say the dragon's name, but this is Aslan's Shadow Dragon Advisor. So what I anticipated happening was the players would fly up from here somewhere. They have a dragon vessel, so their artificer has been making them potions of dragon's majesty with the dragon vessel. So I in my head, I thought, they're just going to turn into dragons and fly up. So the air was going to have gloom stalkers in it. I only have one gloom stalker mini, so I'm using that little shadow dragon mini. Big dragon would have been the ancient shadow dragon. And a Night Vale Spectre mini from the Guilds of Ravnica set. But they would fly up here. When they get around here, the castle itself, Castle Avernus, is in ruin in the sky and bringing itself into a state of repair and then exploding again in a magical chain reaction, right? So I've had these shrines here as a MacGuffin to debuff them, to dispel that magical effect once they got up here. So they would have to go through the dungeon that I've set up. If they would have come over here, they would have met Aslan's son, who's actually the opposite of Aslan Rex himself. He's a good-natured person, has empathy, and would make an excellent ruler. I've got a tune. Oh, someone put a fire effect up here before they left yesterday. That was very funny of them. And they made it into this video as a prank. Very good, very good. The epitaph there would have been explain who he is. His ghost would have appeared at that point. They would have had to dispel these shrines that would have been spitting acid at them. The reason acid's so prevalent in the build is without Aslan around, the default most powerful creature in the area, Black Dragon. So I wanted to have acid pits in that would trip off into the air from these clouds surround it. And I've got various clouds built up throughout the build, and I put some green lights, green LEDs underneath them in order to create that creepy glowing effect. But if they were started here, they'd come along the way, probably have some acrobatics checks just to make sure they don't fall. Come over this way and cross the bridge into this area here. I put a treasure pile over here, hoping someone would jump onto it. This would collapse and they would sink into the acid. This last step here is an acid pit. I removed the trap already, but it was an item from Dwarven Forge. It's on wheels, has a magnet that you attach spikes to, and it would have slammed through the wall and tossed them into the acid on the far side here. As we keep going, they would jump through the pits, come over this way, hop across that, and when they would get in here, they would be witnessing a battle between Strahd and his two trusted generals, attacking the realm of Darkon here, under the supervision of the ancient black dragon in human form there, fighting the head of the secret police in Kargot, the Kargot of Darkon, from Marietta Bay. I probably didn't say that right, but it's fine. And then whoever gets to sit on the throne becomes the new Dark Lord. The King's Tear, which is this massive golden orb in the sky that is eating away at the realm, would begin to reduce as there's a new Dark Lord surveying the territory. The players could have defeated both of these people, installed Aslan's son on the throne. They skipped all of them. Didn't bother at all. God bless them. Instead, what happened is they love crafting solutions to their problems, and they made a slingshot out of Mind Witness tentacles, and they had drider oil that they applied to their hands and feet so they could shoot, take aim at the tower, stick to the side of it, and climb through these holes. Now, what I did for the tower is, this is Aslan's study, and this is where he created the ritual that allowed him to escape. As you can see, I still have all the player minis in here. Looks like the desk shook, so I'll pick that up. But I have player minis in there, some tables, just floating around because it's kind of supposed to have like a spooky vibe. I think those are actually called poltergeist tables. Just kind of wanted to make it look like a cool looking wizard's tower. They found Aslan's spell book, and as time went on, the battle over here played out. Strahd took the throne, and then they had the book that they came here to get, so the Mists picked them up, plucked them out of this world, and took it back to the Dark Lord that was requesting the secret. And they did all that without ever stepping down here to find the treasury room of Aslan Rex and his ancient black dragon supervisor. Advisor, not supervisor. He didn't need no supervision. This is Castle Avernus. This was supposed to be one tower. The other tower are separating. We come together. If combat had actually happened, if they'd have fought the dragon, obviously I've got elevating platforms and Z-axis stuff. Basically, every round, these platforms would have shifted outwards and inwards to mimic the explosion effect that is supposed to be ongoing here. I wish I'd have recorded this video sooner. I just kind of forgot, and I didn't charge my light puck, but this bridge was supposed to have a nice underglow underneath it in the clouds. You know, I kind of envisioned some combat along the bridge, people hiding in here, the dragon trying to destroy more of the castle as it goes on. They used a bunch of ruined bits to try and create the effect. Yeah, this castle has been basically exploded over and over and over again. Because I definitely wanted it to feel like it was ruined. I think the part that really puts it all together, $6 at Joann's Fabrics. It looks sky-like. I was looking for a creepier one. Sometimes Joann's they just don't have exactly what you're looking for. And for these cloud effects here, what I did is I hid a wall piece, put the green orb inside of it, turned it on, slide it under. You got yourself a nice creepy glowing cloud. And then that cloud back there and this cloud, those are the Wildlands planar pylons, which I wish I had more of those, because it's a lot easier to just hit the off button, turn it back on, fire it up. Yeah. So took about the course of a day and a half or so, coming back and forth, putting this bad boy together, and like all well-laid Dungeon Master plans, it was stopped and disregarded after the players had something in their bag from over a year ago that they had a really dumb idea with. And I'm sure if you're watching the video, you're like, AJ, you didn't have to just let them do that. But when your players are saying, you know, we want to make a giant slingshot and fire ourselves through the sky and try to attach to the tower like Spider-Man, well, you got to let them roll for it to see how it goes. And you know, the dice were with them. They were not with me and any of my creatures. I don't believe I rolled a perception check higher than 4 the whole night. So yeah, this is my Castle Avernus build, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.